All right.
Looks like we have 5. I've notified the other 2 people, and we'll see if either one of them joins us, but we can go with 5, no problem. In fact, it might be a little better even. Let's just do quick introductions. Your name, your character's name, level and class, and then if you want to throw a cool thing or two about your character in there, go for it. So we'll start with Thockle.
All right. I'm Jim McKay. I'm one of the online DMs. And I'm playing Thockle tonight. Thockle is is a dwarf barbarian. He likes to drink a lot. The more he drinks, the angrier he gets. He's not a very nice drunk, to say the least, but he must be sufficiently fulfilled with booze. And he likes to punt gnomes, so
Speaking of
beware of
gnomes,
those gnomes.
Gizbit. Go ahead, Gizbit.
Oh, Gizbit, yeah, he's a little rogue, low first level rogue, and he just died last game, so he's feeling especially spiritual now that he's crossed over. I might actually have him take a level of cleric next level.
And then your other gnarly little gnome, Sicklehammer.
My name is Jack. Many of you know me. I'm an online player, local DM. So I play Das Sicklehammer. He's a communist, Marxist, unionist, and he's the founder member of Diggers and Miners Union, DAMU, and he's a political activist. So paladin.
And the devastatingly beautiful Dura.
Dura, the Claw. Dura is a half-orc female fighter. She's also an urban bounty hunter, and she works directly for Queen Gorza, who's matriarch of her local half-orc tribe. But unfortunately, at this low level, the only assignment she's really getting from Queen Gorza is to track down her escaped male sex slaves.
And Keswick, the huge Keswick.
Yes. Keswick is he's the Brood Squad, and he was unemployed on an island off the Sword Coast when the Zentarum rescued him, and so now he does what they say, and they told him that he is to come here and check out whatever mysterious ill events are happening. So he is reporting as ordered.
Okay. Now, some of you have played some of these missions and some have not, so we won't go through any spoilers on missions 1 and 2. But just to bring you up to speed on what's been happening, I'll quickly run through the introductory material, which goes with 1 and 2. So you guys are in the area of the crossing in. I'm going to move the map for you a little bit so you can see what the lands around you look like. Okay, so the crossing in is along the path, the Flan path, between Melvant and Flan, north of the Twilight Marsh. You came here with an ear to the ground to see what is going on. Armies are gathering around Flan, and they're preparing to take back the city from Borgin Shirax, the Green Dragon, and or they just have, depending on where your character timeline is. So things, though, are very strange in the lands about, and the powers that be want to know if there's anything strange going on. That's why you've come here. So you got to the crossing inn, you found out, indeed, there was something strange going on. A group of Gur, which are nomadic people, who are distrusted by many, were in the area. And they had kind of befriended some of the folks of the crossing inn. And then the folks of the crossing inn were not surprised that the Gur turned on them and stole quite a few things from them. And that is what you've been doing, is tracking down things that have been stolen. And missions 1 and 2 had to do with that. Mission 3, which is the one we'll start with, has to do with, let me grab that mission quick. Okay, so mission 3, well, you got the story, I think, of all the different missions. Make sure I give it to you. Okay, so if you look at the third paragraph here under Gur Treachery, you'll see an older Gur named Kekim stole a wagon load of weapons stored here by the local militiamen. The wagon was seen heading towards the Thar, where there is an ancient stronghold occupied by orcs. The people here, Ram Sankal, who's the owner of the inn, says we need to get that wagon of weapons back. We're going to need it for what's coming up. And they ask you to go after this man, this Kekim, get the wagon of weapons back, and bring him back for questioning too. So that's where we start. You guys can purchase some supplies if you need to, and then head into the great grey land of Thar.
I would love to buy some javelins.
Go for it. You know,
Can I buy...
javelins aren't used up when you throw them. I noticed you marked a couple used up. They're not ammo.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, well, I didn't pick them up though.
Oh,
that was the problem.
Okay. Okay.
So that was kind of the.
You get some javelins, and they tell you there's more of those in that wagon.
Oh, I'm all about that. So I'd like to buy. I guess what do I got right now? 2 I've used, where I got left. Let me check my inventory. Yeah, I only got 1 javelin. So if I can buy 4 javelins, that would be great.
Okay, cool.
So
now, before you guys set out after this Kekim, an elven lady comes up to you, a beautiful elven lady. Aya Glenmere. Some of you might have met her in Flan, where she owned a little magic shop there. She has a monkey perched on her shoulder, and she asks to speak with you. And she says she wants to pass on to you one bit of information. I talked to the Gur you pursue. I don't have the same superstitious beliefs as the locals here. To me, the Gur seem just as scared as the rest of us by the changes in the area. I'm not sure what they are playing at, but they might know some important secrets. Treat them well, and they may become important allies. I suggest you don't kill them, but bring them back for questioning.
Before I go, hey, little lady, it's good seeing you again.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, and I give her one of my famous pieces. I've upgraded to grog now, so
nice.
The meat just didn't cut it anymore. So I give her some grog, and I kind of rub my hand along her thigh, and see how she's doing.
Thank you very much. Now you better run along. We'll have a chat when you get back.
All right.
Dura, you can definitely
Tom,
buy
if they have a spot where you can buy them.
Thank you.
Oh, if they have a spot where they can buy them, I was actually just about to say I'd like to buy 2 potions of healing.
You can.
I will do so.
Okay. The rest of you buy whatever
As
you need.
I've seen the afterlife.
And then you head into the great grey land of Thar. You travel for just more than a day into the hills and the wastelands of Thar when you come across a sight. Let's see here. The path takes you into the hills of Thar and above the fog, where a powerful sight greets you. The ruins of a stone fortress rest atop a bluff. Much of the second story of the fortress is a crumbling ruin, but the outer walls are intact. A large stone ramp leads up to the main gate, but the gate doors have fallen. Far, far ahead of you, a group of orcs wheels a cart up the ramp and into the stronghold. Although you are still an hour's march away, you are able to see a human form being carried into the fortress. Your quarry may have been captured by orcs. At that, as you're looking there, you're on a road heading towards that fortress. There's some shrubs and trees around, and Gizbit, you spot some snares amongst those trees that are right up adjacent to the road. So I'm going to move you guys to the map where the road's at.
Hey guys, there's some snares up there. Right over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's our little rogue? He can go up there and disarm him.
The little rogue was one who spotted him, so his chance to
should be
prove
doing
himself.
Yeah,
Duda could seduce them.
Or
Orc
just
on orc
walk
action.
around them.
Okay, you see those 2 black circles there?
Yep.
Okay, that's where there's 2 snares. They go up into the tree that's to the east of the road there, and there's some tree trunks right on the edge of the road where it looks like they're tied off. Then, as you're spying this, looking through and under the branches, you spot a couple of creatures move about. Looks like maybe goblins that are hiding and ready for ambush there. So let me put them on the map. Once you guys also kind of put a marching order like you want to be on the road, heading to the north, the top of the screen.
because I'm a dwarf and I'm an idiot, so I'm up front. Oh well. We'll leave the giant to be the idiot.
Yeah, you're not as big as Keswick is.
So does the giant like goats too?
Okay. So this is what you spot those guys, and they notice that you spot them.
He does not.
So,
Keswick does not have any goats. He would have to find a very large goat indeed.
Hey Ken, your mic's like real quiet. If you can turn the volume up a little, that'd be awesome. I can still hear you barely. Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so you see these goblins waiting in ambush. They notice that you spot them, and they immediately draw back their bows to shoot at you. So everyone can roll initiative.
Is that a bush or a tree?
I'll go over the train here in just a second. Let me get the initiative for everyone in there. For those of you new to the way I use Roll20, like Keswick, click on your token, and then you should see a bunch of macros across the top of your screen. Oh, and one more thing. Those macros might be in a weird order. Look at the token macro order there. You want to go to your My Settings area and uncheck Alphabetically Sort Token Actions. That'll put them in an order where the first macro you see is your initiative macro. Then you'll see your armor, then your ability scores, and then description, and then gear, and then features, and then attacks, and then spells. There you go, Dura. And so for Keswick, click on your token, and then click on the one button called IN+1/S30/P10. While you're doing that, I'll roll for the trusted goblins.
So is the green a bush or a tree?
I'll tell you in just a second.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. So the goblins will be in two bunches. Ones that start with a 1 and ones that start with a 2. Okay, Ken, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Can you click on your token and then click on the macro button that says IN+1? That'll roll your initiative.
Oh. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Whoa. That.
Right there.
Cool.
Now the decimal place at the end is just a tiebreaker I use. It should match your initiative bonus, your dex bonus.
Right.
Okay. So Thakkel, you see these guys, or Gizbit whispers to you, goblins over there. You look over there, you see them, they have bows, they're drawing their bows, getting ready to fire on you.
All right, so
okay, let me go
I
to the
think
train.
I'll.
So the trees, this brush here, this green area, that will be difficult terrain to move through, and it will block line of sight. So you'll have to kind of go.
So how are they aiming at us if it's blocking line of sight?
They won't be able to. They'll have to move out to have a clear shot at you. But you can just barely make them out, we'll say. Okay, and then all the big boulder things, those are like 5 feet high, so they'll block line of sight. And then all the dot squares will be difficult terrain.
Okay. All right, so Thakkel will move here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can he see this guy?
Yep, absolutely.
Can you see? I guess you can't see my mouse, but I am moving. So it's the one not closest to the tree, but directly behind him.
Yeah, you can see him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, I guess if I do, yeah, that one there. If I do, I guess if I hold shift, what is it, shift or control, or
if you just click and hold your left mouse button on the screen.
That one there.
Yep.
Okay. So he knocks his bow and takes a shot at him with his short bow.
Oh, and one more thing. As long as the macros work, click on your token, and then hold down the shift key and click on that short bow macro.
Yep.
And then get rid of that dash.
Oh, yeah.
Right, get rid of that dash from the exclamation point. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So your first shot's a 22, easily hitting this goblin, doing 3 piercing damage to him.
Nice.
And
Does he scream a little bit too?
He
He's
squeals
got to
a
have some
little.
scream.
He squeals a little.
That's good.
He doesn't like it.
We like squealing.
Okay, and he goes
That's a good
next.
thing.
So he shoots his bow back at you.
Oh, that's not.
That's
We don't
a
like
9.
that.
That's a miss. And then he's going to hide back behind this boulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he goes back behind the boulder. His buddy there also shoots at you with his short bow. That's a 16. That'll hit you. Does 7 piercing damage to you, Thokkel.
Ouch. Ouch. We don't like that.
He goes back behind the boulder as well. The goblins' first group are done. Sicklehammer, you're next. So you
Sickle
can't...
Hammer.
Go ahead.
Sickle Hammer will move up to the boulder and go prone. End of turn.
After Sicklehammer is Gizbit.
Sorry, I was coughing. Oh, you moved in the spot I was going to grab. That's all right, bud.
Yeah, come up here. Be with the idiot barbarian.
1, 2, 3.
So Jim, for Thokkel,
see.
you click on your
Mhm.
token and then click that
Yep.
green circle with the 15 in it, and then type
Yep.
-7. It'll update your hit points.
Yeah. Right, I totally forgot it. I did it on my iPad here, but
Yeah.
Oops.
That way other people can see how much danger you're in.
Hey, Tom, can I take cover in this little bush here?
Yeah, you'll have cover from anyone who shoots you. They can still see you because you're on the edge, but you'll have cover if they shoot at you.
That's my follow-up question is if I could see that one.
Let's see. So line of sight basically works the same as it did in 3rd and 4th editions, and I'm just going to draw a little line. Actually, let's see if I can draw this line. There to there. Actually, you can't see from that square though. So that square, yep. See that line that I drew? So you can see one of his corners, so that's good enough to see him.
Okay, I don't see the line, but I'll take your word for it.
Oh.
I got a crossbow. I'll take a pot shot at him. Ah, there we go.
Did the line show up now?
They did.
Good. So the very bottom
Oh,
of that
hello.
little macro shows how to determine cover. Okay, longbow 20, that's a hit by a mile. 5 points of damage to that poor little goblin. He squeals big time.
We'll take it.
But
Squeal.
he's badly wounded and hobbling. Next goes Keswick.
All right.
So you're first time using the macros and stuff, so you just drag to move it. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that was that was about 25 movement, I believe.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw one of those flashbang rocks. Do I have
Okay.
a clear shot at that front
Yes, you do.
the front guy?
So
All right.
click your token and then click that thing that says crystal cluster. It's about the top center macro.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so you throw it up to 60 feet, impacts surface, causes a 10-foot radius burst flash of blinding light, which blinds those guys for a minute. 10 con save negates it for those two. So the one on the left, con save.
And I'm gonna try to throw it at him. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if we could say that it does rock damage as well if you hit him right in the chest with it.
It
That's up to
doesn't.
you.
It doesn't say that, but since you have an improvised weapon, we'll let you do that. So click your rock one too.
Okay.
So
Hits him in the chest. Are you sure it only hits him in the chest? You're a big. Well, I guess you're a giant. I guess you would hit him in the chest.
okay,
Not
he's-
between the eyes.
He's not carrying
my
his
fault, I'm the
shield
biggest
'cause
and
he's
the
got his bow
strongest.
in his hand right now. So the 13 connects and knocks him unconscious. And then the one right behind him is blinded.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right. I'll take. Let's see. I want to take another step closer. Yeah, I'll take another step closer.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Next goes the blind goblin. So he will fire wildly. Actually, what he'll do is he'll go and hide in the trees. So he
A little
disappears into
pansy
these
goblin.
trees. You're not sure where exactly.
What's with the skull symbol?
He's blind. So he goes in the trees, tries to hide, and He also shot an arrow blindly towards Keswick. On a... his passive perception is 9. Keswick, you weren't trying to be stealthy, but go to make a stealth check anyway. Oh, to make a stealth check, click on your token, and then click on the D13 button. That's your dex score. It'll roll 2d20 for you. We'll take the left one since you don't have advantage or disadvantage. You there, Ken? Hey, Ken, you
I
there?
think the goblins got him.
Maybe they did. I'll roll it for
It
him.
must be inconceivable.
It's inconceivable that they could hear him. Oh, he was quiet. There's no way they could see him. Okay, so that
stumble
guy
across
goes into
Lindsay
the,
Lohan in the bush.
That guy goes in the bushes after shooting his arrow wildly and missing. And then he gets to make a Constitution saving throw to end the blindness, which he does. So he's no longer blind there. Okay, goblins are done. Dura, your turn.
Dura goes barreling into the bush. Here, little green skin.
Okay, stop there, Dura. You bump right into him. Let me see if you
Okay.
saw him before you bumped into him. He got for his stealth check only a 9. What's your passive, Dura?
12.
12. Okay, so you spot him. Here, hiding in the woods. There he is.
All right. There's no targeting in Roll20, is there?
Correct. You
I just
click your
call
token,
it.
Call what you want to attack, and then click the button for your attack.
The one right in front of me is what number?
Just say you're attacking the goblin.
The goblin. Okay. Oh, I haven't been here in a while. Where is it? Hand axe. There we go.
11 is a miss.
And backhand.
13 connects because he hasn't put his shield on yet. And 8 cuts him in twain. Down he goes, blood splattering across the trees all around you.
Nice.
Thokkel, your turn.
Thokkel decides he needs a little retribution here for the one that ran away. 5, 10, 15, 20. I guess I can't see him all the way, so 25. Is this one still at partial cover, or whoops, this one right here?
It will have partial cover.
Okay, so I guess I'll just raise up my short bow again, take a swing at him, or take a shot at him.
6 glances off the rock and goes high.
And I get angry and I start cursing, and I take a swig of my grog.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. After Thokkel, the 2 goblins look at each other, look at the dwarf, and bravely try and sneak out and stab the dwarfy dwarf. This guy comes around the corner, stabs with his scimitar.
Oh, he doesn't want to do that.
17 to hit for 4 slashing. He giggles, I got him, I
ouch.
got him. You hear him saying goblin. Uses nimble escape as his bonus action, so he's disengaging. 1, 2, 3. He's already moved 3 squares. 4, 5, 6. You go stab him, he says a goblin. The other one comes out. 1, 2, 3. Stabs a Thokkel with his scimitar. You see the goblins cutting him up, Keswick. 14. Does that hit you, Thokkel?
14.
No, you're 15.
No, I'm 15 now. I'm
Right.
okay.
So he disengages back to there.
Oh,
Sickle
pansy.
Hammer.
Thokkel's kind of getting angry now.
He hides behind that bush. End of turn.
After Sickle Hammer, Gisbit.
Thokkel glances over at Sicklehander and says, it looks at him, what?
Oh, there is something in the bushes.
We're gonna hide in the bushes over there.
Yeah, gnome. 2 gnomes, as a matter of fact.
Gonna shoot that one.
He's
The
behind
little
a
injured
boulder.
one,
Yeah, they're behind that big boulder in front of him. It's 5 feet high.
like completely can't be seen type
Yeah,
thing, or
exactly.
fair enough.
You can keep moving if you want to move somewhere. We'll go on to the next guy while you do that. Keswick, your turn. Oh, from there you can actually see one of them, but you probably moved double, huh?
Yeah, stumpy gnome legs.
Okay. Keswick, your turn.
All right, so that's 25 feet. But is any of that difficult terrain that I went through?
One
Or?
square was difficult terrain.
Okay, so that's all my movement to get to there.
Okay.
And I will attempt to slug that one.
Okay. Very good.
And
So you click on your guy, and then you click on unarmed.
right.
Okay,
Very
a 9 swings wide. You'll see if you hover over those buttons, you should see you got a roll to 4 and you get +5. So you can kind of
Right.
hover over and double check and make sure I don't have any errors in any of your macros as you use
Looks
them.
great.
Okay, you swing
All right, end of
wide.
turn.
Goblin ducks and rolls underneath you. Those goblins are gone. Take them out initiative. Dura, your turn. You
All
have
right,
combat on the other side of the trees.
This is double movement?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30 feet to there.
Yeah, if I'm at the edge here, can I take a range shot?
What do you have for what do you attack? You attack with double hand axes? You want to throw one of them? Yeah, definitely. Or
Yeah, I've got 4 hand axes.
Yeah, fire away.
I assume I can only get the one on the right,
You
or
get one north of
can get-
Keswick or northeast of Keswick, either one.
all right, north of Kiswick.
Ooh, rolled a 1 on that one. Second shot. 23 is a hit, and 9 drops some hand axe buried right in his skull.
Nice.
My boogers are scarier than you little goblins.
Thockle, your turn.
All right, so I drop my short bow. I move up here 5, 10, 15, 20 over here. Grab my great axe. Look at this goblin with a little bit of stain, and I swing at him.
12. He dodges
I just-
underneath that great axe.
And I just shake my fist at
skin
him.
of his teeth. And he does not like this situation. So the first thing he's going to do is his nimble escape. And then he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running towards the castle. But he's got a long way to run. He's done. Sicklehammer, your turn. You might be muted if you're talking, Jack.
Sickle Hammer moves to here.
Gisbit, your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to move up a little bit. There you go. Get around those rocks. And I'll take a crossbow shot at him as he's running away.
Okay, fire away. Level the crossbow. It fires wide and misses him. Keswick, your turn. Your turn, Ken. You might be muted if you're talking. Are you there, Ken? Okay, we'll come back to him. Remind me. Dura, go ahead. Not hearing you either.
Oops, sorry.
Interesting.
So Dura moves into the clear and nods at the dwarf. Little dwarf, please fetch my axes. Pulls out her crossbow and takes a shot at the running goblin.
Dwarf goes, I don't pick up hand axes, but you can grab my short bow for me.
Dura, 13 with the heavy crossbow, connects. The feather sinks right between the goblin's shoulder blades, and he is thrown to the floor, slides about 10 feet before he comes to a stop. All right, the goblins are dispatched. So you look around, and what you see is the goblins had a little camp here, kind of in the area that Thockle is standing in. There's some discarded bones and stuff like that from small animals they were eating. And they have these 2 snares that they had set up on the road. And then there's tracks, goblin tracks, coming and going from the north. It looks like there might have been a scuffle here, and they might have captured that Gur here. And then it looks like his wagon was taken off north.
So we see wagon tracks going north.
Yep, heading towards the castle.
Do we see what appears to be drag marks of a person being dragged north, or
Nope, looks like he probably was thrown in the wagon.
Okay. Well, guys, I think we should go north. But do we have time for a short rest so I can roll a hit die?
That's totally up to you
Let's
guys.
all. Go ahead.
Totally up to you guys. You want to do that?
Yes.
Were we spied from the fort?
No, you don't think so. You don't see anyone out on the walls of the fort. Here's what the fort looks like again. It's a good mile away from where you're at, too. You saw that group of orcs wheel the cart up the ramp and into the stronghold, and you haven't seen any activity around there since.
At a mile away, do you think there's a good chance they would have heard the fight?
No. In fact, you might be a little bit more than a mile even. You're hours march away.
Okay.
I mean, at worst, the poor guy's probably just getting tortured by orcs. Or he's dead and it doesn't matter how long we rest.
I'm good with that.
Plus,
I'm
we can
okay.
search their little bodies and retrieve ammo.
Yep. Get our short bow back and.
Sounds like this is not
Do we get it?
Consensus is rest, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you make a little camp here. You look around thoroughly at what the goblins had to see if they had any treasure or anything. Let's see here. One of the goblins carries a magnifying glass, and it's a nicely built one. It's worth about 125 gold. A real glass lens, real high power. One of the goblins carries a piece of paper with various words written in goblin and orc. Does anyone speak goblin and or orc?
Dura.
Dura speaks orc, right?
Mhm.
Anyone speak goblin?
No.
Nope.
So the orc words that you see on there are orc words for approach, all clear, help, etc. Things like that, like various soldierly commands. And then by each orc word is a word in goblin script.
So does the document look like it's a letter from someone to someone, or does it look like a list of words that were translated from one language to the other?
The second thing.
Okay.
And it's in pretty bad
So it's like
shape.
an orky Rosetta Stone.
Pretty much. All right, so you read through that while you're waiting. You get your short rest done. You can spend your hit dice now.
So if I can translate, if I understand the orc, does that mean that I can take a shot at pronouncing the goblin equivalent?
You could take a shot at it.
Okay.
Wow.
But
I
the
rolled a
good
1
news
on
is-
my hit.
Oh no. The good news is the creatures you saw going into the castle were orcs. The creatures outside were goblins. So there's a good chance you'll need to speak orcish when you get there. Which you already know, so that's good. And you know what commands they use. So, after your rest, I'm going to move you on the map here to a place closer to the castle.
We don't have anyone that can heal, I assume.
Don't think so. Except a paladin.
Oh,
Keswick,
All right.
I have healing potions. I'll give you that.
Keswick has a fondness for rhyming, and thus has he picked up a level of bard. It wasn't very hard.
Sickle Hammer administers poison to Tokul.
Okay, so
Poison?
8 points.
Potion, sorry, not poison.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
You can call me Das.
Nothing's free when it comes
Yeah.
to the sickle hammer, just remember that.
So 8. I need to add to my character when we get flipped over to the next screen.
You are right there. So you can add them now.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. What you spy ahead of you, as you get close enough that you can take a look, but not so close that you'll be spotted, is the courtyard of the castle. So
you guys want to? Sorry, you guys want
We
to do
have
a
a rope?
reconnaissance or
Yeah,
storm? or-
definitely good.
Yeah.
We have a rogue.
We
Okay.
also have a
so-
goblin with us.
So while you're
Yes,
safe,
it looks.
so I'll remove him. So while you're safe distance away, you spot the 20-foot wide, 200-foot long stone ramp leading steeply upward to the fortress. Off either side of the ramp, a steep ravine falls away into mist. While it is impossible to tell the depth, it is unlikely anything could survive the fall. You do not see any lookouts along the walls or at the ruined front gate. No movement except for a circling raven. As you watch, the raven circles for a final time and then descends towards you. Here's the raven, coming down towards you. He alights on the ground, hops around a little bit, looks up you guys, and speaks, actually. And he says, Aselios. Aselios.
Celios.
Mini orcs.
Is that
Mini orcs. Mini
Okay.
orcs. Ogres. Giant. Human in cage. Human in cage. Brought weapons on cart.
It's a. I go. Your name is Elias. Is that it?
Yes.
And you're saying that there's orcs up ahead with a
Many.
human in the cage?
Mini orcs.
Many orcs?
Yeah, and human in cage.
Can you distract the orcs?
Yes. Yes. Aselios is good at distracting. Aselios, go now.
Yes. Let's
Alright.
go.
Aselios jumps into the air, flies over the castle wall, and circles around a little bit, making sure you guys are coming. Are you guys heading in?
Oh yeah, I'm in.
All right. You can spy what you see when you get to the right there. So everyone put
Okay.
you guys where you want to be when your first character gets the entryway. Aselios dives over the wall and inside. Let me clear out the courtyard for you. Okay.
I'll fight the horse. It's not too big.
The horse
That's
is
a
probably
big
tougher
horse.
than the orcs are.
I go, Elias, that's a lot of orcs.
He's too far away to talk right now and diving down on
Okay.
him.
All right.
Show you
So
what you see. So the courtyard looks like this. At the top of the ramp is a courtyard open to the sky. Much of the grounds are covered in rubble from the walls of the ruined fortress, although a cage has been erected in the east. A middle-aged human is slumped in the cage, his hands and feet bound with rope. To one side of the courtyard is a horse attached to a cart, within which a variety of weapons are piled. Orcs are inside of the cart, rummaging noisily through its contents. Actually, you see 2 orcs in there, not 3. And one of those orcs is actually wearing plate armor. So,
okay.
Elios goes flying down towards him to distract him. He'll go on whatever his initiative order is. They see him. They see you. Roll initiative.
All right.
That escalated pretty fast.
I didn't fix it. I didn't fix.
Okay. Sicklehammer, you're first in. If you want to go in.
Does it shift click to open up the macro?
Click on your token and then shift click on the macro button.
Yeah, I didn't fix that one. Let me try feet now. Yeah, I'm probably buggered up again. I'm running on a Mac, so enough said,
Oh.
right?
It might be different on the Mac. Looks like your stuff's working
So-
too. There's a great axe, that's working.
Yeah.
Javelins working. Short bow
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, I was just trying to fix the dice roll on the initiative. I forgot to fix that one. So, so all right. Well,
Well, the initiative
So be it.
always looks different.
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look the same as the others. Okay, Jack, Sicklehammer. You see that crow to go diving in there. You gonna do anything? Jack, your turn.
Yep, he goes up, stays there, readies an action, attack anything that comes near him.
Okay, after Sickle Hammer, the Raven goes. The Raven dives in, grants advantage to Thockle against this this Orog that he's
All right.
adjacent to. Dura, your turn.
Can I move through my compatriots?
You bet.
All
It's
right.
just difficult terrain when you move through an ally.
So it would be, okay, that would be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You guys want to parlay or do you want to just puree?
Puree.
All right.
I'm a dwarf. I hate orcs.
It'd actually be there since this is a hard corner right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
when our lead fighter is a dwarf, I don't think there is parlay. Partially,
Sure is.
probably.
Okay, the one closest to me in blue.
Yes.
All right.
He has a wicked glint of intelligence in his eyes for an orc.
Wicked intelligence?
Yeah. Just a glint.
Oh,
Not a lot
I'll
of
fix that.
He's
I'll
an Ivy
fix
League
that.
orc.
it. Your hand axe glances off of his plate armor. And he
Oh
turns
shit,
and
it's
glares at you.
plate. Here's another one.
That one connects. Gets stuck between the chinks of armor and does 7 slashing damage to him. He
Oh, hey,
shrugs it
brother.
off. After Dura, Keswick.
You know, you run out of gin and your wife complains at you because you ask her to make you another one.
Shish. Lindsay would never do.
Your turn, Keswick.
Just saying. Just saying. There's something wrong with that.
Suddenly, Jim's mic goes silent until the autumn.
Yeah, when you hear the screaming of Jim being beaten by his wife, right?
Hey, Ken, if you're talking, you might be muted.
Okay, so something like that. And then I'm gonna throw another one of them fancy flash thingies. So let's see. First, I'll see if it hits the arc that's near me,
You do
Uh,
5.
and then
It blows up.
Where-
10-foot radius from that guy.
oh, there it is.
Here's his con save. The orc is not blind. The Orog con save. Orog is not blind.
Oh well,
After
I tried.
Keswick is the orc. So the orc, getting on or off the cart, it's like dismounting or mounting a horse. So that's half his movement, and then he takes his other half his movement there, and then he swings his great axe at the huge mountain of a man, Keswick. Oh, misses you though. Keswick, Thockle, your turn.
All right, Thockle, he takes a swig of his grog, gets angry, goes raging, and moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 here, and throws a javelin at the Orog.
Actually, that's a hard corner right there. So it'd be 5,
Okay, so,
10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, he throws a javelin at him.
Okay, 18 to
Yeah.
hit because of the Raven distracting the Orog. That connects and does...
I did go range. I did range,
Right.
so too.
So 9 damage.
And I need to put on the little. What is it? It's the strong guy, right? Yeah, there we go.
Strong guy, there you go. Okay, after
Is
that,
Raven's name Paul?
So,
Gizbik, your turn.
all right, that's my turn. So,
Your turn, Gizbit.
All right. We'll move up a little bit. I'm going to shoot the one that's trying to fight our giant.
Okay. Fire
Little
away.
luck I can get a sneak attack on him.
Yes, you would. 9's a miss.
Or I'll
though.
roll 9.
Orog. The Orog jumps out of the cart and closes on Thockle and multi-attacks with his great axe. First
yeah, I
one's
laugh
a
at him.
25 for 5 slashing, which becomes 2. The second one is a
Yikes.
24 for 10 slashing, which becomes 5.
So 7 total.
Correct. Sickle Hammer, your turn.
DME, he's not in a hard corner, right? He can go diagonal.
Say again. Right, that's not a hard corner. Nope.
What is that legal?
Yep, that's good.
Okay, then he whips Orog.
All right, go for it. 13 does not
Does it-
get through his armor.
Does he
You
get
just
excited when he whips, though?
Sorry.
No problem. Okay, the Raven. He continues pecking at the Orog's head, giving Thakul advantage again. Dura, your turn.
Is there enough room here for me to move?
No, there's a horse there, and he's getting kind of excited. Might be dangerous.
Must be the whipping.
You know, what do they say? Whips and chains excite me. Sticks and stones may hurt me, but whips and chains excite me.
What are my options here? If I can't move through the enemy, right?
Correct. You could go fight that other orc, or you could throw a hand axe at the guy. Or you could move around the horse over the cart to get to him, but that'd be a double move, I'm sure.
I can throw hand axes through
Allies
the
course.
person.
Yes. Yep, allies do provide cover, but that's all.
Okay, Thokal, drop.
I duck.
Watch out for the doing,
17 missed him.
doing.
Crit. Nice shot. That does 12 points of
Nice.
slashing damage to him.
And being a half orc, can I roll an extra die because it was a savage attack?
Yeah, it's actually already included. See that 7?
Oh.
It was a 2 plus a 5.
Oh. Oh, right, cool, neat. Thank you.
You bet. Okay, so after Dura's attack, Kezik, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna do an unarmed strike on this one right here. Looks like that hits
That hit by a
for 6
mile.
damage.
Yeah.
And as a
Grapple him.
bonus action, because I hit on an unarmed strike, I'm going to attempt to grapple him. And so
You got him.
he can resist with strength or. Oh, okay. All right. So then end of turn.
All right, you got that.
Oh,
one
actually,
down.
no. I'm gonna move and drag him. I'm gonna drag him. I don't know. Over that way. Oh, that's too far.
No, I think that was good.
Because
That was 3 scores, right?
I'm.
Or was that 4?
Oh yeah, that's what I was going for. Because you move it. You move it. Yeah, I was going for 3. You move it half speed when you're dragging.
Right.
Okay, thank you. End of turn.
Okay, you drag that orc over there. He swings his great axe. You trying to break out of his. He's actually swinging his great axe, not trying to break out. Here's this great axe stack. 14 to hit. I think Kezik resists that by a mile. Wow, 19 armor class. Pretty good.
That's
After
pretty-
Kezik
that's pretty-
is Thakul.
All right, Thakul he laughed at the Org initially, takes another swig of his grog, and whips out his great axe and takes a swing.
19 connects for 15, 16, 17 slashing, and cuts down the Orog down to the ground.
Wow.
Blood
Yeah,
splattering across the horse. His flanks, the horse's eyes are wide and white.
But does he spill his grog?
No.
No, he does not spill the grog.
Thakul, you can move.
Thakul knows all about his booze.
You can move too if you want, Thakul. Gizbit, your turn.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and move.
See, Physic's got that orc grappled, which I
Yes, he
think
does.
that's advantage to attack him in hand-to-hand, isn't it?
No, it's not.
20.
Grapple
10,
condition
15,
means he
15,
cannot
25.
move. But he's not restrained.
That's a legal move, right? Is correct. Horse would be double move, so
Well,
10.
even if you go through Sickle Hammer, that's a legal move. So you're good.
Yeah, okay, so 10, 15, 20. Yeah, okay, so.
So the confusing thing is some creatures restrain when they grapple, but some don't. So Kezik doesn't.
I
restrain
figure I
when
would
he grapples.
check. However, I bet if I moved it there, I could take a clear shot at him.
No, clear shot's really hard. You'd have to, boy, with Thakul there, you're here. You started here.
Well, I can go around the other way, I
So
suppose.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. That'd give you a clear shot.
There you go. I'll buy that.
10 is a miss though. After Gizbit, Sickle Hammer.
Sickle Hammer moves up and whips the orc.
Whip it good.
I just see the flower pots on Sicklehammer's head.
14 connects to the orc and takes that orc down. Okay. We'll go out of combat now. The raven flies on
Down
over.
with capitalist.
The raven flies over and perches on Thockel's beer mug. Takes a sip.
Oh, yeah, that's a good raven. I pet the raven as he's taking a swig of my booze.
He likes that.
So, yeah.
Okay, you see the man. He's is he conscious or unconscious? I forget. Let's see here. A middle-aged human is slumped in the cage, his hands and feet bound. He looks up, bleary-eyed at you guys, and says, "Help me."
So I go over. First thing I do is go over and I give him a shot of my mug to give him, and so he can have some booze and feel good in life.
Thank you.
And then I start unbinding him.
We gotta get out quick. They had a giant in there.
A giant.
Yeah.
Is he dressed in Gur attire?
Yeah, it is a Gur man, older Gur gentleman. He definitely fits the description of the one who took the weapons. And the weapons are sitting in that cart, all piled up nicely for you.
Duda will do an inventory check, search.
Yeah, lots of weapons that came from the crossing in for sure.
Nothing glowing, giving off heat, or...
Nope. Please get me out of here. We gotta leave quick.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, so I untie him and
Okay.
I drag
He's
him
in a
over.
cage. The cage has got a lock. You could either try and pick
Oh.
the lock or break it open.
I just whip my great axe out and I slide down onto the lock.
All right, strength check.
Strength check.
Gizbit will look open-jawed with his lockpick in his hand.
Then I
can't-
call Gizbel to come on over.
Taco can't break it. Gizbit, you want to try and pick it?
Oh, sure.
Gizbit, you pick it easily. And you guys free the Gur man. One keck him. He says, "Let's get out of here, quick."
All right. So
He
I
moves over to the
I head
wagon.
on over.
And you guys can all pile in the wagon and ride it on out.
I'm on the wagon. Anyone else on the wagon?
You guys don't want to...
Yep.
You don't want to take a look around first?
We gotta go. That giant will come out any minute.
I look for a Holocaust cloak in
Oh.
case it fits really nice. No, we can go.
Did the
Okay.
rogue want to... Okay. Really, guys?
Kekim wears a pair of golden earrings set with jade. I don't know why the orcs didn't take them, but they did not. And he takes them and he offers them to you as a reward for saving his life. He was surely going to be eaten by those orcs if he was left there.
Kindly.
You guys ride
the
back
nice
to the
gift.
crossing inn. On your way back, here's what the XPs were for that adventure. You got 50 XPs for goblin, 100 XPs for orc. There's only one orc for your guys' level, and 450 XPs for the Orog. So you easily made the 100 XP max. 25 XPs for detecting snares, which you did, and 25 XPs for asking the Celios to scout, which you kind of did. And 50 XP per character for rescuing Kekim and recovering the stolen weapons, which you did. So you easily made 100 XPs. And the treasure, you had the magnifying glass and Kekim's earrings both. So you got those. And then that mission comes with 5 downtime days for each of you. And story awards. A fine feathered friend. So you have Kekim. Not Kekim, you have Elios, or Celios. And if you could cast Find Familiar, is there anyone here who can? I don't think there is there? You could take him as your familiar.
So
Well,
he's a celestial.
Well, I
Say
think
again?
you get it as like a story reward. So if we eventually get that spell, we could kind of summon our old friend.
Possibly, yeah. Anyway, so you can write that on your log for this character. Okay, you make it back to the crossing inn. There's still no sign of the leader of the Gur. You've heard of her name. Her name is Sybil, and she was the one who told all the Gur to go on these missions. Told them to steal whatever they stole and go on these missions. Kekim, he tells you that Sybil's his daughter, and that she's had visions of a terrible fate about to befall the area. It was a desperate move, but we hoped that a gift of weapons would bring the orc army to assist us when the evil came. The situation is dire enough it was worth the risk. I'll wait here at the inn for Sybil, and while he's waiting at the inn for Sybil, you guys get an extended rest, and the next thing to go after is the last thing to go after. An even older.
So in theory, that means we might level now, doesn't it?
No, I'm not right in the middle of the adventure. We won't do that. An even older Gur called Papa cursed the assistant of the inn's cook. Since the night before, the assistant is alive but is completely unresponsive. Papa was seen fleeing into the nearby quivering forest. He needs to be retrieved if the locals have any hope of removing the curse.
Well, I guess we need to go find Papa. What do you think, guys?
Into the quivering forest you travel.
Now, my character wouldn't know this, but wasn't the Quivering Forest where Tales Trees Told was set?
That is.
Correct.
I'm just trying to write this down. Was it a total of 250 divided by 5?
Yeah, for gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 50 each.
Cool.
Nice
Thanks.
round numbers. Okay, I'm going to move you guys to another map here. Quivering Forest.
I look around. Take a swig of my grog just to warm up because it's kind of getting cold, and I pass it around to everyone if they needed to warm up a bit.
Okay, the quivering forest is rife with danger at the best of times, and the aura of strangeness that permeates the land only makes it more terrifying. The eerie silence of the forest is broken when squirrels with ragged fur hurl rotted acorns and screech at you from the treetops. Rolling mists pass over the underbrush, seeming to make it move of its own accord. The creaking of trees in the wind sounds like low laughter. You know you are being watched, you're just not sure by whom or by what. As you're traveling through the forest looking for the old Gur Papa, who you find out his name is Oscar, stepping in front of your path is a group of elves. 3 elves to be exact, along with 4 elven dogs. They level their longbows at you, and they say, "You are trespassers in the forest. Drop your weapons and surrender or be killed."
I look at the elves and say, elves, you're talking to a dwarf here. There is no surrender.
And everyone make a intelligence history check for me.
Oh
You're
my.
talking about a dwarf.
So
You're talking
click
about
on-
a dwarf here.
Click on your token, and then click the intelligence button. So Thakkel, you recognize these elves. They are, and you can tell the others.
Holy shit.
These nice
Surprise.
Jura. These are elves that reside in Green Hall, an elven encampment within the quivering forest. And then I need everyone to make a wisdom insight check, please. Okay, Keswick, Thakkel, you can both tell there's something wrong with these elves. And if you do drop your weapons, they're likely to attack anyway.
Yeah, I
lastly-
go to Gizvet.
Is anyone skilled in nature? Does anyone have nature proficiency?
No, I do not.
Negative.
Okay,
So
everyone
I lean
make
over.
a wisdom nature check for me. So click on the wisdom button. Okay. Despite your lack of training, Thakkel and Gizbit, these dogs that are with the elves, you've seen enough dogs to know, they look as if they're ill at ease with the elves, their masters. And when you don't drop your weapons, the elves attack. So let me put the elves out there. Put you guys in whatever marching order you'd be going through the forest, traveling generally to the west, we'll say, right in that general area.
Right. Actually, here. The dwarf is the brave one today. As Keswick moves up next to him.
Well, it's not my fault I'm the biggest and the strongest. I don't even exercise.
So, so what I do, I pull out a ration. I throw a ration over to the dogs. See if they're willing to eat it.
You bet. We can do that on your initiative turn.
Okay.
So one guy there. One guy's got a couple dogs there. And that guy's got a dog there. Okay. Roll initiative.
All right.
Oh.
Occasionally, you'll roll initiative, but it won't go into the turn order. So always, after you roll your initiative, double check and make sure it goes in there. If you did roll and it doesn't go in there, you can just keep rolling until it does, and then you can edit the number there to be whatever the first number you rolled was. Okay. The elves are ready to fire. They command their dogs to attack. Gizbit, you react first.
All right.
We took a long rest, right?
Yes, you did.
We'll make a little space. And that elf down at the bottom, I'm going to take a pot shot at him.
Fire away. $15. That connects and does 11 piercing. Wow, nice shot.
Yeah, it was a nice shot.
Badly wounding that elf. Then the elf's turn. Okay, the elf due west of Dura fires her longbow at Dura. 15 glancing off Dura's heavy armor. Next to go is Thokkel.
All right.
Okay, so
So
Thokkel, you think you might be able to turn these dogs into your side. You'd have to make probably a handle animal check, and they'd probably take your action.
yeah, I can do that. So as my action, I whip out a. If I remember correctly.
Here you go. Go ahead, Thokkel.
Yeah. So is animal handling's wisdom?
It's wisdom,
Is
yeah.
that correct?
Yep, so
Yep.
go ahead and make a wisdom check. Okay.
And I.
Your offer of friendliness there, let's see here. It's 1 to change sides. Okay, so this one right in front of the elf, directly to your west, he munches on that and takes your side. And I'm just going to put a little
Nice.
green thing by him. That means he's your friend.
All right. And while we do that, I move up 5, 10, 15, or 20, 25 up to there.
All right.
Okay.
Next elf, the one due west of you, Thokkel, fires a short longbow at you. Longbow 8 flies over your shoulder, and then the elf in the middle, or the south. The elf to the south fires his longbow back at Gizbit. He didn't like taking that crossbow to the chest. 20 to hit your elf or your gnome Gizbit for 8 piercing Gizbit.
Oh.
Then the first Koshi charges forward, speed of 40, so he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and attacks Dura with a bite. 15 misses Dura, she dodges out of the way. And then the one who's your friend turns on his master and attacks his master. 17 connects, does 2 piercing damage to him, and might knock him prone if he fails his strength save. He does, so he goes prone. Oops, that's not prone marker. Use this for prone. There we go.
That looks wrong. So
It
many
does look
different
wrong.
ways.
Okay, and then the one over here comes and attacks Thokkel. Bite attack on Thokkel. 19 hit you, Thokkel, for 2 piercing, and you gotta make a strength save.
All right. Strength save.
12 is enough. You took 2 piercing.
All right.
Kazek, your turn.
Alrighty. Just gotta look at what is the 10 feet. Might be worth it. Get 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. I'm gonna make an earth tremor. So, the 2 elves and the 1 dog are within 10 feet of me.
Okay, so they
They-
take 5 bludgeoning, good roll, and be knocked prone. 13 dex save negates all. Okay, and it is regular loose earth here, so it's all difficult terrain until cleared. So I'm going to just put it in a square to make it simple.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of difficult terrain now.
Okay, so that's difficult terrain.
So why is that difficult now?
Earth,
Sorry?
there's
Because,
there's an earthquake all around Keswick. And
Oh, okay.
Keswick walks up and he goes, "Everybody down!"
Okay, the
and
dog
claps
to the
That's
his
north of
inconceivable.
Yeah.
That's
The dog to the north
inconceivable.
goes prone and takes 5 damage. And that kills the dog, by the way. Okay, the elf, dex save to the north of the elf, made his, so he takes nothing. And the south elf, dex save, makes his. After Keswick, Dura.
Dura looks at the dog in front of him and says, "Little puppy want to play with stick?" And I bury the stick in her face.
Oh no. Puppy dies.
Poor little puppy.
You can also move your speed, Dura.
Okay. Is that earthquake gone now, or?
That will stay until cleared, so it's going to be difficult terrain. No damage, just difficult terrain.
I'll move closer and just send the second axe at the southernmost elf.
Go for it. Okay, misses him. This dog comes over here, attacks Thockle with a bite. 15 to hit, connects for 6 piercing Thockle, and 11 strength
Alright.
save or go prone.
Whoops. So strength save.
Made it.
Made it. So -6, right?
Sickle hammer.
He moves up and whips the dog.
Oh, not -50. I should be at 7.
Sickle hammer. That is a hit, and you drop that dog with a yelp. Gizbit, your turn.
Dog days.
I'm going to shoot back at that southern elf again.
All right, fire away. 10 does not hit him though this time. The middle elf, he steps forward to attack Keswick. He will multi-attack with his. They have multi-attack with their ranged attacks. Holy cow! Short swords. So he drops his bow and attacks with a short sword. 15 and 14, both missing. Thockle, your turn.
All right. Thockle moves into the fray here. Takes a nice large swig, goes raging, and then attacks the one that's prone.
Okay.
And
It's gonna hurt.
it's gonna hurt.
23 to hit for 9 damage to him.
Well, that's pretty nice because that 6 would have sucked.
Yeah, 6 was bad. Yeah. Okay, the prone elf
Alright.
gets back up and turns his attention to the Thockle, drops his longbow, pulls out 2 short swords, hit and miss, so 6 piercing, which becomes 3.
All right.
And the elf by Keswick keeps his longbow, fires it twice at Keswick, point blank range. Miss and miss. Then your friend, the Koshi dog, attacks the elf. Misses him. Keswick, your turn.
Alrighty. By the way, if anyone has any suggestions for the name of the Zent agent that tells Keswick what to do, you need to somehow combine Vicini with a Zent. I don't know, Zentini. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to punch that elf right there.
What about Humperdinck? Wasn't that the?
I don't know.
I kind of like
That's
Zentini.
good.
20 connects
Zentini
for
or-
5.
Or Zumperdink? Zumperdink?
And then I'll try to grapple him as bonus action.
Okay, he wiggles out of it.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna move right there,
Okay, Dura, your
And
turn.
end of turn.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Puppy, puppy, puppy.
Oh, that's a good puppy. That's a good puppy.
Puppy's
Oh.
on your side, Dura.
Okay, then,
You can
Take out
change-
the elf.
You can change it all around to something different.
all right.
That's a good puppy. He's my pet. I'm petting him.
One in front of, what is that in front? God, I need to zoom in here. The elf behind him, then?
With your
Yeah.
hand axe?
Yeah.
Okay. You connect and drop that elf.
All right. And my second hand axe, the elf southwest of me.
Missed. After Dura, Sickle Hammer.
Sickle Hammer moves up and smashes the elf.
Okay. $17 connects and does 6 to him. Okay, after Sickle Hammer, Kisbit.
Oh, I'm going to pop back out from behind this rock. Nobody expects a gnome behind a rock. Bottom one. Let's give him some crossbow love.
18 connects, 11 dropped him. Okay, and you can move it if you want. The elf. This elf, despite impossible odds, fights on. Who did he attack last? Keswick? That's who he goes after again. Short sword Keswick. Miss and miss. Thokkel, your turn.
Thokkel raises his great axe with great pride because he knows it's an elf that's going to die.
13 connects to the lightly armored elf. 7 damage.
And does it take off his head?
It does. You grab his brain.
Oh, and his head goes
body
flying.
falls. Okay.
Yes.
The
Thokkel's
Koshi looks around, a little wild-eyed, and then darts off into the forest.
Yeah.
It's not still
I was
there.
going to release him.
Okay. The elves, they are carrying with them some treasure.
What was wrong with these elves? Why were they so mean?
Good question. Each of the elves wears a pendant made of a rare purple wood. The wood's not from a tree that you recognize, and the pendants can be sold for a total of 125 gold for all the pendants. You guys can take a short rest if you like.
Do the bodies, do we see anything go through any changes when we remove the pendants?
No, they stay the same.
And we don't see any clues about what was wrong with them. Can we investigate them in any way to try to
You
figure it
scan
out?
over their bodies. You find these pendants of this rare purple wood. Other than that, they look like normal elves from Greenhall, an elven encampment within the Quivering Forest.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm up for a short rest if anyone else is.
Sure.
I got an arrow sticking out of my knee.
Well,
I got an arrow in my knee.
you can't be an adventurer anymore.
You guys finish
Every
your
time I
short rest.
adventure, bad things happen.
As you're finishing your short rest, an old woman steps out of the forest into your little clearing where you're resting. She wears a simple floral print dressing gown, its hemline soaked with mud. Small black eyes set in her wrinkled face gleam with wicked humor. Behind her,
Yep.
tethered on a leather leash, is an ancient human fitting the description of your quarry, Oscar. The crone tugs at the leash, nearly pulling the old man off his feet. So much strangeness, whispers the woman, shaking her head. And now this. A simple woman of the woods cannot go out for a stroll without encountering a strange old man and passing ruffians.
Since Dura did sections 1 and 2, would she recognize her?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it's not,
It's not Sybil.
not Sybil.
Oh, it's Jenny. Okay.
I do have a question though. Can I roll a hit dice
Yeah,
from that short rest?
absolutely. Go for it. What are you doing in my forest?
I just
Dura
want to
looks
say
at the
that,
others and says, "Smart people, speak to old lady."
her monologue sounded a little bit like the Shrubber, Like even a shrubber such as Jenny is not free from economic hardship in this period of history.
A shrubbery.
So.
Well, we're looking for your pet human there.
Ah, he is a strange specimen, isn't he? Why were you looking for him?
He might have stolen some things from an inn back in town.
Oh, bad boy. She jerks his leash. He's been telling me the most wonderful stories about his granddaughter Sybil. He said she has the gift of second sight. She says that a great evil is coming. You don't know about that, do you?
Check, check.
Can you hear me?
Cutting out.
Okay. She says that a
We
great
heard okay.
evil, she says that a great evil is coming. Have you heard that?
We
Yeah,
keep
everybody
hearing
says
that.
it. Are you the great evil?
Oh, I'm not the evil they're worried about, I don't think. Oscar here, he offered me some rare herbs and plants that can be used as spell components if I would agree to protect his family when the evil comes. But I'm not in need of any herbs right now.
From her clothes, does she look like a local?
She looks like an old woman walking through the forest. But her clothes are so old and ragged, looks like she's been walking through the forest forever. Let me check the Skype call, see if anyone's dropped out here. We got at least one person dropped out, and that is... No, there's 5 of you there. Okay.
Well, being as you don't need his spell components, do you mind if we take them?
Oh, I'm sorry, dearie, but I kind of like him. I think I'm going to keep him.
What for the old lady need Oscar?
You know, there is something that you might be able to do for me. No, you guys can do that.
Chicka bow bow.
Miss Jenny, would you mind leaving that gentleman alone?
No, as I said, I think I'm going to keep him. But if you could bring me the heart of a golden elk of the quivering forest, I will trade you the old man, if it's still fresh and warm, the heart that you bring me.
Who wants an
All right.
inspiration? Does anyone want an inspiration die right now?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, Jim. Can you hear us, Jim?
Check, check, check.
We can hear you. Can you hear us, Jim? Then
Okay,
you
can
went-
you guys hear me?
Here you can. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Does anyone want an inspiration die? Who might be doing a check against Jenny right now?
That would be Tokul, right? And Das is gonna ask Jenny again. He can keep him. We can perform a deal for an exchange, but please remove the leash from his neck.
No. Not till I have the nice warm heart in my hand.
The deal. Sicklehammer looks exasperately at his party members. He doesn't like it, but he will go with the party decision. He wants to kill Jenny right away. Doesn't matter, but he will go with the party consensus.
All right, so I'm gonna reboot Skype.
Hey, Jim, we can hear you.
Can you hear us? Jim, can you hear me? No, I guess you can't hear anybody.
Nah, Jim, we cannot hear.
Well, Jim's
cannot.
reconnecting. Maybe we can take a bio break and
Yeah,
refill our
let's do that.
grog.
Let's come back at 35 after the hour. Yeah. Okay, so while so Jenny comes out of the forest with the Oscar in tow, tells you that she's not going to give him up, but she will trade him for the warm heart of a golden elk of the quivering forest. She can even tell you where they're at. You guys are all huddled
Sweet.
together deciding if you want to do that or kill her. So have your
Sick-
conversation.
Oh, an oak made out of solid gold.
No, actually, Sicklehammer is sick of Jenny, but he will reserve his actions because he believes in the community.
So I'm looking at Jenny. What do I see? Do I see warts and all that all over her?
Yeah, an old woman with warts all over and little tufts of hair coming out of her warts. Her little sundress, flower print dress is all ragged and dragging on the ground. And she's told you that Oscar has told her that his granddaughter Sybil has the gift of second sight, and she says that a great evil is coming, at which Jenny cackled a little.
Granddaughter Sybil.
Yeah,
Okay, so she's a Gru too. Gur, sorry.
Gur, yeah.
okay.
She
Yeah,
tells
she's
you that
related to Aldous.
Oscar offered her some rare herbs and plants if she'd agree to protect their family, but she doesn't need any herbs or plants right now, so she declined. And
And instead enslaved him.
yeah, she says
Like you
that
do.
she's had a. She says, dearies, are you done talking?
Yeah, I think I'm willing to go kill some elk. Because frankly, she looks like she likes to eat people.
Well, don't. Keswick was like, I think we need her alive to give us spellcasting services this whole season.
She tells you I've had terrible dreams, dearies. Terrible things that woke me with a start. They made me decide to walk through the woods today, trying to find out why everything felt so strange. That's when I ran into this little man here.
Yeah, I'm still on the opinion that we don't touch her.
Well,
go
if
for
you're
elk.
ready to go bring me that
All right,
nice,
well-
warm,
well-
beating heart.
Why don't we vote?
She points north, and she says, you can pick the tracks up there. There's a herd
What-
of them.
Is anyone else in the Zentarum in the group?
Yes,
Who's that?
that would be Dura.
Ah. So what does Dura want to do? Keswick will follow Dura's lead.
Kill elk, then kill lady.
Kill both of them.
Was their decision? You just kill everything, right? Okay, so you go after the elk.
We go after the elk.
Before long, you find that the old woman was right. You easily find the tracks of a herd of elk in the frosty forest ground. Following the trail, you soon come upon a shady glen where 5 elk with gold-colored hide and fur drink from an icy stream. Assuming you're trying to be stealthy, everyone make a dexterity stealth check, and we'll see how well you guys do.
All right. Well, you're talking about a barbarian here who's not very stealthy, but
Kezik's quiet, Thokkel's quiet enough, Gisbit's
Really?
definitely quiet, and that's the majority of you. So you sneak up on this elk herd without them seeing you. You see that there are 5 elk here. They do have golden hides, just as Jenny described. Everyone make a wisdom. Is anyone trained in medicine?
no, not me.
Wisdom nature
Negative.
check then, please.
Yep.
So Thokkel, as you're looking at them, you see that one of them is sickly. One of the 5 elk is sickly. So they're all in the forest, basically grazing and drinking from a cold forest stream. I'm just going to grab them. We'll use the same area that you guys are in now for where you find the elk.
Yeah, I'm thinking, why don't we just take out the sickly one and move on? Why kill the whole herd?
Well,
Yeah,
didn't she
let's
say
do
something
that.
about a? Didn't she say a golden?
Yes, and they are all golden, all of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're all
They have
golden.
golden hides.
Oh,
yep.
okay. Okay, well,
Actually,
Like made out of gold?
No,
I would
just
say
golden
knock
color.
the elk out, and then let the giant carry it to her, and then we can, get that heart out for her. She needs a beating heart.
is that what she said?
No, she said that you want it warm, though.
Alrighty.
So there's the elk. You guys are back behind this rock, we'll say. Jenny's not in the area. Rather.
Which one's the sickly one?
The sickly-looking elk is a little red dot on him. The one closest
Alright.
to you. Okay, they have not spotted you. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to go up and stand on top of this rock and take a shot at him.
Did anyone have charm or anything easy?
Well, that would be easy.
Or good animal handling? Or
Not I.
okay.
He's a
I
sickly.
I could throw a rock at it and try to blind it.
Well, I'm okay with just putting an arrow into it and watching it die.
How far away are we from Jenny in walking?
It took you about, let's see, it doesn't say. You're about 10 minutes away or so.
You think 10 minutes is enough to bring a warm heart back, or
Yeah, it is.
should we subdue?
No,
Okay.
You're good enough.
All right, Jimbo.
All right. So I knock an arrow with my short bow. I target this elk over here, right there, and I take a shot at him.
Okay, everyone roll initiative, please.
No.
You
I'll
guys
roll
will have a
initiative.
surprise round. The first shot's a miss, unfortunately.
Yep.
Initiative. But you might not be the first one to shoot. We'll see. Okay. We're missing one person. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who is it? Sicklehammer. Gonna roll your initiative, Jack. There he is. Alright, Tackle. You do shoot first. And
I do, and
make a stealth check for me.
sure,
You might have
absolutely.
advantage on the check. We'll see. No, you did not.
Uh,
Okay, so that missed. The elk looked up just as you climbed on top of the boulder and moved. Dura, your turn. You can also make a stealth check, Dura.
Oh, I don't really do stealth.
Okay.
Sorry, that was in it. Where the heck is stealth? Or is it just a regular D20?
Dex
Alright,
20.
Dex.
Dex.
Yeah,
Just
get
roll
your
a
dex.
Okay.
If you had proficiency, you would list it in the dex roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It is 8.
So you are not stealthy. Go ahead and take your shot. With your heavy crossbow, connects for 8 piercing into the elk. It bellows. All the other elk look up. Dura's down. Thokkel. Oh, you already
All
did,
right.
sorry. Gisbit.
Yeah.
We're out of order.
Yep.
Gisbit, go ahead.
Can I try and shoot it out of hiding?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Be sneaky like.
You got 11 on your stealth check. Good enough. Roll with advantage. 14 connects. You can do sneak attack too if you like.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Alright, the elk drops onto its knees and then keels over. Dead.
That's all we need.
Elks are
I got
done.
it. I got it.
Keswick, your turn.
And here comes the stampede.
Your turn, Ken.
All right. Okay, Kazac's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna make an intimidate check on, or I'm just gonna try to be scary.
Okay.
If you want, I can roll intimidate.
Yeah, roll an intimidate. See how scary you are.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, not that
You're
scary.
one adorable little puppy.
Oh.
So cute.
I'm like,
That's
everybody, I need your attention. Everybody, why are you not listening?
Sicklehammer, your turn.
Sicklehammer will jump up on the rock and try another intimidate.
Mm.
No.
You're not much scarier than the big guy. Okay, round 1, Dura. The elk
We are like
charging
Asterix and
now.
Obelix.
Yeah. Dude, I will teach them intimidation.
Crit. Which one, Dura? The one to the west of the dead?
The one that looks like the one that was in love with this one
Okay.
whose mate we killed.
That one goes down. Taco, your turn.
All right, so Thokkel, he takes his hammer and he's shaking it above his head, you're going "Rah!" like this, and rolls an intimidation.
Okay.
And if that works, then he'll run over and.
Okay.
All right, intimidation. That's charisma, right?
Yeah. Wow. Gizbit, your turn.
That didn't work too well, did it?
All right, I'm going to try and get crafty here.
All this killing isn't scaring them in and of itself?
Probably is.
Oh, DM, I rolled a con check. Can I roll a charisma check?
Sure, go for it. Not better. Gizbit, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use minor illusion to make a big, scary booming noise coming from our direction to see if that scares them off.
Okay.
That is a fart.
He said booming.
Okay. After Gizbit is... the first elk. That guy's out. This guy's out. Okay. This one charges out. Boom. And... see, rams into your huge giant friend. 13 misses, I believe, right? Yep.
Yep.
He's a matador.
That one comes to the edge of the trees there. This one. 2, 3. Comes to there. Keswick, your turn.
All right. I don't want to kill these poor fuzzy creatures. We already have what we need. So. I'm just going to. I'm just going to try to intimidate it again, I guess.
Okay, we have one
can't.
last chance to intimidate. If you get a 10 or higher, you succeed. All right.
All
They
right.
all back away, leaving you to the 2, and then you'll get credit for killing him. So don't worry about having to go after him to get the XPs. Leaving the 2 dead ones that you can take their heart,
I will take the whole.
or both their hearts. Yeah,
The
and
meat is
their
good.
hides look like they could be very valuable too. So you could take the 2 hides that you have and sell those.
Yep.
Although you don't think there's much of
Yep.
a market for these hides, so you might be able to only sell 1 of them or maybe 2 of them. When do you a whole lot to go get the rest of them? You'll get as much gold out of 1 as you get out of all of them, probably. Okay.
Yeah.
You take the heart back to Jenny. Did you bring it? She says. Bring me the heart. Come here, little boy. She reaches out her clawed hand, dirt and grime underneath the nails. Come here, don't be shy. Give me the heart.
Give us pink skin.
Yeah. Sicklehammer walks up, passes on 1 heart, and asks her to release Oscar.
She takes the heart and she like squeezes it a little bit and blood's dripping down her hand and her arm. And she takes a big, huge bite of the heart and says, "Oh, that is so good. So good. Here, you can have Oscar. I don't need him anymore. Thank you so much. If you're traveling through the forest, watch for me. I'll keep an eye out for you."
Okay, creepy lady.
I like the creepy lady.
And you notice Dura, she turns, looks at you, and it gets a little dark, a little bit darker in the forest. And she says, "I'm not the one you should worry about, dearie. Goodbye."
Do that, not worried.
And she leaves. If you guys let her.
Yeah, absolutely. We leave. Let her. I
Yeah.
don't want to mess with a hag personally.
Okay. Jenny goes away.
Sicklehammer doesn't know she's a hack, but Oscar is
But-
released. That's all we need.
But I don't want to mess with a lady with warts all over her and warts growing out of her and creepy green. Yeah, and bad breath.
Okay,
Yeah.
as you travel home,
A witch.
you
It's a
travel
witch.
home with Oscar in tow. So let's see here. Let's see. You got the treasure, the coats, the golden elks. Oscar, he offers you a potion of healing. He said he made himself from some ingredients he found in the kitchen there at the Crossing Inn. They don't know what kind of good ingredients they have there. He says, "Here,
Really?
you can have it."
Oh,
He
thank
tells
you
you-
very much.
My granddaughter, Sybil, has seen the future of this land. It's already too late to escape. So my family is seeking powerful allies. Jenny Greenteath is one such ally. However, she is so unpredictable. She just captured me instead. I don't know the exact nature of what's coming towards us, but it's something that even the most powerful people in the land cannot stop. We should hurry back to the inn and meet Sybil there. And as you
Okay.
travel back to the inn,
All right.
Yeah.
you
Yep.
can take one more short rest. Not an extended
All right.
rest this time, just a short rest.
Okay.
And-
I'm okay.
Duda's gonna take some antlers with her.
Okay. Cool. The last mission.
Was Acelios a crow or a raven?
Acelios is a raven.
Okay, thanks.
DM, is there anything viable in the inn?
Anything viable? Not right now, no.
Any healing potions?
Oh, no, there's not. They're all out. Okay.
Some little gnome bought them all yesterday. I don't know what that's all about.
So we got 25 GP each.
Yeah.
And
see,
how many
I'm going to
XP?
go over the rewards here real quick for you. If you want.
Was it? Did we sell the pelts or?
Yep, you can sell the pelts.
So let's sell the pelts.
Okay, so 500 XPs per Kushi. You got, or no, 50 times 3, plus 25 times 3 for the elves. Plus you killed effectively 5 elks, that's 250. Plus you, okay, so divided by 5 is 95, plus you persuaded one of the Koshi to help, so you got a full 100 XPs.
Okay.
The treasure, we got one potion of healing to split up. So anyone who wants that, roll d20. Do that by going to the menu on the left, and then click that that thing that looks like a d20, and then click on the d20 thing that comes up in the window.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll roll.
it was 95 XP and 60 gold each.
100 XP and
Oh,
50 gold
okay.
each.
50 gold. Any downtime or renown?
Well, not yet.
Looks like Jim gets it.
Oh, yeah, 5.
Ooh, thank you.
Taco, you got potion of healing. And the story award, there's nothing story award wise. Except for if you were to go into the mist.
Well, we get 5 downtime, no renown yet.
Downtime and no renown. I don't know if that's going to be basically every adventure this season or not. The no renown.
The renown.
No,
Yeah, I
that's it, you do get 1 renown if you complete all 5, but
No, you don't. Not in this one. Normally you do for one of those starter missions. But this starter
Uh,
mission
how-
has-
look on the 5th one. We haven't done the last mission yet.
I'm checking. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
The last one has one.
Yeah.
If you complete all.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you guys make it to the inn. I'm gonna move you there. Oscar is there. The other Gur are there in the inn. You guys finish your short rest, and
I fill up my mug full of more grog and my wineskin of more grog.
good.
Duda starts munching on the second elk heart in front of everyone.
You know, every time I drink some of your grog, I can't feel my toes anymore.
That's a good thing. It warms you up.
The ever-present mist gets thicker and thicker as the minutes pass. Then the fog closes in on the tavern, inching forth as slowly and as surely as death itself. As the mist touches the tavern windows, the door opens to reveal a younger woman. She wears a plain white blouse and multicolored flowing skirts. Her blue eyes frantically and feverishly search the room. The words, "We've arrived," slips from her lips as she collapses. "Sybil," they say as they run to her. That's what she looks like.
Kind of hot.
Cool.
They get
We're all
Sybil
about the.
off the ground and carry her over to a chair and sit her down. And they explain to her all that has happened since she's been gone. All the missions they went on, and unfortunately all of them have failed. She's very thankful, though, that her family is all present. And when she regains her senses, she speaks to them in a strange language. Gur, if any of you guys speak Gur.
I don't. I'm a dwarf. I'm an idiot.
Okay. It sounds like they're telling her basically what happened while she was gone. And as you guys are trying to hear what they're saying to her, you hear a scream out in the mists.
Kind of scream.
"Help!" comes a scream from outside. Through the window you see the fog is thinned in patches, giving you a view of a young boy. He emerges from the mist, moving as quickly as his short legs can take him. He hesitates a moment and looks back, calling out, "Mama, where are you?" In his hands he clutches a marionette of a toy soldier. Within the fog a hazy form passes by, barely a blur, and then the boy is gone. You hear more screaming as a terrified woman emerges from the mist. She's looking into the air and waving her arms. So you look outside and you can see the woman on the edge of a patch of fog. These black areas out here are all fog, and the black area around the periphery is fog. Sybil's in the inn with Oscar. You guys can basically start on the square right adjacent to the doors to the inn, where I just put Keswick.
All right.
I wonder if that kid's marionette is kind of like a preview to that mod later on. Isn't there a mod called the Marionette in this series?
I think there is, yeah.
I wonder if that's like a little preview.
I'm sure it is. Okay,
No
roll initiative,
comment.
please.
All right. Initiative. Oh, they kind of sucked.
Okay, the mist here is like basically rises infinitely because there's a ceiling of mist right above. So there's these columns of mist that you can see. This woman just came out of one of them, and she's looking around, basically up in the air, finding out whatever it was that took her boy, but all you see is mist when you look up. And then she frantically looks around and is calling out for two other children. "Ogvrith, Billy, come here." She looks at you, tears streaming down her face. "Help me!" And you guys go.
Is that Sybil or Sybil inside with us?
Sybil's inside with you. This woman out here is just a regular townsfolk person.
Not a Gur.
Not a Gur. All right. So the mist parts, and a strange, big creature comes swooping in. A huge bat walks up the steps on its pinions and the pinions of its wings and slashes out at Keswick. But Keswick dives back into the chamber before the bat can get him. And
That's a big bat.
it's a huge bat.
It's not a Batman, is it?
Not a Batman, nope. It is done. Gizbit, your turn.
I'll take a step back and I'll shoot it.
Okay. This huge demon-like creature in the doorway. You must hit the doorpost and missed him. Then Keswick, your turn.
All right. I will circle the bat. 1, 2, 3, and then.
And those
punch
stairs
it.
that you just stepped on are difficult terrain.
Okay, so that was 3, 4.
Yep.
So that punch is probably not going to work. And then as a bonus action, I will inspire Sickle Hammer.
Okay, Sickle Hammer, you are inspired.
Barty.
Right.
Here it is.
Thank you for the song.
Yeah, I give you a rhyme. I say, the.
Bad black
What?
sheep.
There once was a girl from Nantucket.
Yeah, I
That's
think
awesome.
you want to make sure you're wearing your hat when you are fighting this giant bat.
Just before you go Sicklehammer, a huge form comes out of the shadows behind Keswick. It
Keswick,
bites
watch
at him.
out! There's a bat behind you.
It bites at him and misses and flies over his head. Keswick, you can swipe at it as it does that. Because it does provoke. And you connect with your fist and do 6 bludgeoning to it.
All right.
After Keswick is Sicklehammer.
Sicklehammer grabs his rapier from his waist and sticks it at his bat. If a 12 hits, it's
Gnomes can use rapiers? I thought the rapier would be bigger than a gnome.
it's a small rapier. I ground it down.
It's just medium, it's not heavy, so yeah, gnomes can.
It used to be a coat hanger.
12
Twice as sharp.
does
Twice
not
as sharp.
connect, it dodges out of the way of that. And
It was a
then-
knitting needle that Goleth used.
Then another bat flies out of the mist by Keswick. Missing and then flying by him. Up into the mist again.
This
You're
has
right, your
become
turn.
Gotham City.
If I move just north of Sicklehammer, do I have access?
You don't. The doorway is basically in front of Sicklehammer and Thokkel. Oh, just
Okay.
north of him. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, like here.
There? Yeah. Yes, you would.
All right.
Dura, that missed him. That missed him. Thokkel, your turn.
All right, I'll take a big swig of my grog, raise my and go raging, and then I'll move over here, and then attack the bat with my great axe. As I raise my axe, looking for the big swipe, coming down, and I crunch on him, don't I?
Nice. That's a hit. Did you rage yet?
Yes, I did rage. So,
9 damage. Okay.
all right, I should set myself as raging.
Well, we
Okay.
ought to cover our
One of
batting
the
average.
woman's children stumbles out of the mist to the south, over this direction. A little boy, dressed in his Sunday best and holding a shiny brass trumpet, clutching it to his
He's
chest.
doomed.
Mommy, mommy. And that runs over, and then the bats go. This bat shrieks out and attacks Keswick with a bite.
Does the boy look like Sybil's child?
No.
Richiko?
No, she doesn't. He doesn't. The bat bites into Keswick, does 4 piercing damage to Keswick. You
We
can
saved
hear, you can
Sybil's
hear
Got
more
it.
screeching and clicking sounds as the bats fly overhead. Gizbit, your turn.
I'm going to try to shoot that bat again. Now that I shot the pole to make sure that it was real and all,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Covering your bases.
Always.
Have a
That's
swig
hit.
of grog.
That is a
Oh.
hit. Do you want to also do sneak attack?
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking for the button.
12 damage. Okay. This thing is badly wounded. Its wings torn in half almost. It's not going to fly anywhere you don't think. Boom, boom, boom.
All right. Keswick
Actually,
does not.
real quick before Keswick, a bat goes. So a bat swoops out of the mists and attacks Keswick with a bite. That's a miss, then swoops back away. Keswick, you can take your attack opportunity on it.
I already used my reaction.
Ah, you're right. Your turn, Keswick.
So speaking of reaction, can't be having with all these bats flying away. I'm going to ready a grapple on the next bat that swoops in,
After Keswick.
and I will inspire Dura.
Is that Keswick grunting?
Coming up. That was
All
Dura.
right. Another bat flies out. Do your grapple attack. The bat swerves out of the way, bites you as it goes by. 12's a miss, though, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Sickle Hammer, your turn.
A sickle hammer stabs the bat again.
Okay, go for it. Sickle Hammer cuts the bat in twain.
Nice needlework. End of turn.
Okay. Another bat out of the darkness. Swoops on over Keswick. And bites at Keswick. And misses, and then swoops back away. And then Dora, your turn.
Dura will ready in action with the crossbow. If any bats become visible, she'll take the shot.
Thakol, your turn.
All right, Thakol recalls that he saw a bat fly in this direction. Picks up one of his javelins and tries throwing it in that direction, maybe getting lucky to hit something.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And I assume I missed.
It just flies through the mist. Okay, after Thakol.
You hear a scream.
Gizbit. There are children in those mists. One of them standing
I didn't-
paralyzed to your south.
Bah, he'll be okay. Well, he's mostly okay.
Little Miss never killed anyone.
Yeah, it's good for you. Helps clear your sinuses.
That's it.
I'm
turn,
going to move up to there and ready in action to shoot the next bat that pops out of the fog.
Okay. A bat pops out of the fog.
Ooh, maybe I like that one.
Dura fires, connects for 5. Gizbit fires and connects for 4.
I guess
Thakol's
I don't get
depressed.
sneak attack on that, do I?
You do. One more. Okay. and
Yeah. Why?
then-
Why would you not?
Then attacks Kezit. Bite. Missing. Flies back into the mists. Okay. Keswick, your turn.
All right. Keswick will bellow, "If there are any kiddies out here, you need to come to the inn." And he's gonna. No. Who is this over here? Who
This
is that?
their mom. She's screaming for, help me, please.
All
Find
right.
my children before the bats kill them.
I'm gonna go over here and pick up the kid.
He's too scared, clutching onto his golden trumpet to move.
Yep. I'll just pick him up and start bringing him over to the safety of the
Okay.
Do you football him though?
inn. No, I've just got cradled him.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to pick them up like footballs. Big giant, you know.
All right. Another bat comes out and attacks Keswick. "13 is a miss. And it flies away.
I punch him as it flies away.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll headbutt him or something.
Actually, you're carrying a shield though, so you probably can't because you got the boy in your arm.
I could actually hit it with the shield as an improvised
Oh, okay. You
weapon.
can't use your
proficient.
shield as your armor class then after that.
Why not?
Why not? Because you're using it as a weapon. Okay. So, 21
I mean,
hit.
then I would just do an unarmed attack with my feet, just like a monk. It's all the same damage. I was
Okay.
just thought it would be more flavorful to use the shield.
All right, 6 damage. After the bat's turn, Sicklehammer, your turn.
Is the bat on the map somewhere?
No, that's all in the mist.
Sickle hammer moves out, covers for Keswick and the boy, and he drops his rapier, grabs his whip, ready for
Alright.
anything.
And a bat comes out, swooping down on you, Sicklehammer. Were you ready? Jack, were you ready?
There you go.
14, that's a hit for 7. And then a bite on Sicklehammer, that's a miss. And then swooping away, Sicklehammer and Thockle can take an attack on him. Sicklehammer
I'll
misses.
take the attack.
Miss.
Thockle,
And
16
Hits.
connects. For you raging?
yeah, I'm raging.
For 12. Still
Yep.
alive though as it flies away. Dura, your turn.
Dura readies the crossbow.
Thockle, your turn.
Thockle throws a javelin in the direction of that bat that flew away.
Fire away. Oh, missed. And then Gizbit, your turn.
I will
Listen
again
to the
ready
wa-
in action with my crossbow to shoot another bat that comes out of the mists.
Okay. A bat swoops down over the woman towards Sicklehammer. Fire away, everyone. Dura missed him. Gizbit connected. 9 damage. 12 damage. And drop that bat right on top of Sicklehammer. Keswick, your turn.
Bats down.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And a little boy, or a little girl this time, comes out of the mist there. And the mom runs to her. Come with me.
All right, I walk over and put the little boy with the trumpet just inside the inn, and then go out again.
Alright, after Keswick.
And then I ready a grapple for any bets.
Okay. This guy comes into there. Sicklehammer, bite. 21 Sicklehammer for 3 piercing. Your turn, Sicklehammer. Trying to whip into the darkness there. 13 connects. You have to move up though.
Yep.
Okay.
He will move up and hit. Try to hit in the darkness.
You do. You take 7. And then bat swoops on by you, biting at you. Everyone can shoot who's readied. Maybe no one's readied. Sicklehammer, as it flies away, you can go after it. 10's a miss.
Excellent.
And then Dura, your turn.
Readies the crossbow.
Thockle, your turn.
Thockle's almost stupid enough to run into the mist. Can he
Yeah,
run
he
into
is.
the mist?
You can, yeah, if you want.
Alright, he runs into the mist.
Okay.
And
You run
swings
into a
at.
bat. Swing away.
Swing away, alright.
16 connects for 8. And the bat drops at your feet.
Nice.
Gizbit, your turn.
I will get again ready my crossbow to shoot a bat that comes out.
Keswick, your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pick up the kid and say, "Come on, lady, let's get out of here."
She starts moving with you. You move the kid.
And-
How far?
Well, I moved 25 to get there, so I had one more step back, assuming it took an action to pick him up, and that's all
Yeah.
I've got.
Okay. And then after Keswick, Sicklehammer.
Sicklehammer goes and covers for Keswick.
Okay. Then you hear a screech inside the mist to your south, and then attack on Thockle.
Then he will whip.
18 to hit you, Thockle, for 7 piercing.
Alright.
But I have to see, right, for a ready action. No, Sicklehammer wouldn't do anything. Go ahead.
Okay. And then Dura, your turn.
Did I have any line of sight in that?
No.
All right, so keeps
Okay. Thockle, your
ready.
turn.
Alright, Thockle, knowing that he was bitten by a bat, raises his great axe again after taking a swig and swings.
You miss.
Oh,
His
and he
turn.
takes another swig, getting angry.
Continue holding my action with the crossbow.
Keswick, you get the boy inside. The mom is distraught and begs you, go after Quiver. He was taken by one of the bats. Please, you gotta help him.
Which way, lady?
Oscar says, we gotta get inside. We gotta regroup, and then we can go after Quiver. Sybil will be able to find him. Sicklehammer, your turn.
Sickle Hammer will retreat into the inn as his comrades.
And then a bat swoops down on Thockle, biting at him. 23 to hit Thockle for 6 piercing.
Ooh, ouch.
Dura, you want to shoot into the mists? 6.
Oh, I thought he swooped. I thought he swooped out.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
my
but
ready action.
He's still in the mists. You want to hold it still?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Thockle, your turn. Want to swing at the
You know, I
mist
was
again?
just. Yeah, I was just thinking because I am raging. Should that have been half damage
Yes,
for those last 2?
absolutely.
So let me add the 4. Let me add 6 back then.
Okay.
So, whoops. So that should put me at 8, right?
Can you see?
All right. So
You're there if you need to adjust.
yeah. So 8. Okay. So back into the mist, taking a swing again.
Okay. 12. No, does not connect to anything. Now what do you want to do?
23.
It's a 12 because you
I'll
can't see him.
Yeah. I'll continue still fighting them off until we get
Okay.
everyone safely.
Gizbit.
I don't want to take a risk of hitting my friend, so I'm going to continue holding my action.
Kazik.
Or doing the ready thing.
Got it.
All right. So I'm not sure how this will work with a flying foe, but usually with sort of an invisible thing, I would blunder around until I can't enter the square. So I'd
You got
like
it.
to do that.
So you go in there
Oh,
and
sorry.
you can swing away.
And so yeah, when I feel bat, then I'm gonna try to grab the bat
Go for it.
with a grapple.
Roll a regular unarmed attack to see if you can even connect to it.
Oh, okay.
17, yes. And then you got a 13. And you got a hold of Bat. You want to drag him out of the darkness?
Yes.
Right. And then you guys want to shoot? Dura missed. Gizbit connects. And drops
Oh,
the
I shot
bat.
twice.
Alright. The bats... You guys retreat back into the inn. Oscar actually goes out and drags the woman back into the inn. Oops. And closes the doors. With the family safe inside the inn, but the youngest son taken by the bats, Sybil speaks to you. Her voice, having been so soft up to this point, hardens. The boy is important. I have seen, or something about him, something he is, or something he carries. I must go with you as you search for him. And she walks out the door. And
Dura
guess
finishes
she's-
up.
Are you coming?
Wait, we're doing what?
Yeah,
Very
I'm
fit.
following. I'm following her because she's got a nice ass, and the dwarf is kind of is enthralled with it.
The woman is like, "Yes, please save my little boy."
She is kind of tall, but that rear end is right at eye level, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so I'm following her.
So
I'm right
Sybil
over there.
and Thako go off into the mists. Anyone else go with them? Yeah. All right.
Gizbit's
You
going.
travel into the mists and down the path toward a wooded area, and after about 20 minutes, Sybil stops. She peers into the mist. The boy is near, she whispers. As she says the words, 2 human figures edge out of the deepest mist into your view. They walk slowly and carefully. As they draw closer, you're able to see empty eye sockets, feral mouths, and sharp, jagged fingernails. The haunting semblance of a grin plays across one of their faces, and you see that the creature drags a young boy behind him by the ankle. All right. Let me clear the initiative here.
Yeah, and it's been 20 minutes, right?
It has been 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so my rage just dropped. Okay.
Correct, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. This fight will do... It's not right here, but there's no mist directly by you guys.
As we were going through the spooky mist, Keswick would take out his mace and say the magic word, and it is lit up with green fire in order to better see.
Okay. You guys are traveling south, basically, along this road. So set up in the order you'd like to be, towards the bottom, traveling towards the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. Thuckle's an idiot. He's up front as usual.
Very good. Boy being drug. You guys happy with that order?
Yeah. That works for
Up
me.
a little bit just to make room. Boys being drug, and the corpses that are walking towards you, dragging the boy, look like this.
Nice. They look like zombies.
They do. Roll initiative,
Very
please.
gangly zombies. Look kind of like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar zombies.
Oh.
With the gangly legs and arms.
That is so
Missing
true.
one.
Oh, did I not roll? Sorry.
Thackle. Yeah, missing Thackle.
Yeah, that's me.
All right.
Give me a
Rolls-
20. Give me a 20.
Roll some
Oh,
initiative.
14.
Thackle, your turn.
All right, I come on down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Throw a javelin at this one right here.
Okay.
And
It is moving slow. Should be hard to miss. You connect. You do 6 piercing to it.
all right.
And
Yeah, no
then
raging anymore.
It goes, or the one dragging the boy, drops the boy, and closes on Thackle. And slams Thackle. Missing
No slamming.
Sicklehammer, your turn.
Whips the zombie.
12 is a hit for 6 slashing.
Are these zombies identical?
They look at us almost identical. That actually cuts off that zombie's arm, and its arm falls to the ground. There.
Nice.
Oh, wait, it still has hit points.
It does. It starts crawling on its own. Let's see, that's Sicklehammer. Gizbit.
I'll move a little bit laterally here. And I'll shoot the one that just lost his hand.
Okay. 24, nice hit.
That looks promising.
9 points of piercing. And then, Keswick, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna hit it with the mace, since it's right here.
They
Oh,
make
how do-
extra 1 fire damage.
There's the button to attack with it. Index mace, there it is.
Nice, that connects easily. And the magical mace drops this accursed zombie, and it burns and smolders on the ground. Dura.
And I will give inspiration to Gizbit.
Oh, thank you.
Sure.
I
So-
feel like 6 feet tall.
Crossbow.
Crossbow flies wide of the zombie. The zombie closes up on Keswick, swings its withered corpsey hand at him and misses. Thackle, your turn. Claws crawling towards you, Thackle.
All right, so I'm going to attack the claw with my great axe. Take a swing.
You connect and destroy it with 1 swing.
Nice. And then I'll move on down over to here.
And then Sicklehammer, your turn.
Sicklehammer moves up and whips the zombie.
Nice hit. And Sicklehammer, you knock another arm off of a zombie.
And it's not taking damage, right?
It did. It took 9 slashing. Okay. And then after Sicklehammer, Gizbit.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will try and shoot the zombie.
Okay, fire away. 17 connects. For 10, killing that zombie. After Gizbit, Keswick.
Alrighty. Try to hit it with a hammer. Or the mace, I mean.
The mace that connected did 5 damage to the claw. Still crawling towards you though. Dura.
Guess it is hands on.
Gotta hand it to him.
Oh, God.
Dura
That's
misses
awful.
the claw.
I think
And then
maybe
the claw
these
attacks
these
Keswick.
zombies are not very handsome.
The claw rips at Keswick, does 3 slashing damage to you, Keswick.
Can someone give me a hand?
Akko, your turn.
I
I'll
knew you
give
had a
you a
hand.
hand. I'll take my axe, raise it up, cut that hand off
Oh, down it goes.
with a nice critical hit.
Well, Thaco's a dab-hand at this.
Sybil runs over to help the boy. She brings him over towards you guys. You all draw close around each other in the mist. She reaches below her skirts and pulls out a scroll. She hands it
Nice
to you
scroll.
guys.
Yeah. Do I see anything else under the skirt?
No, just lots of layers of skirts.
The old scroll in the skirt trick.
Yep.
Like my eyes just got real big there, saying, "Ooh, screw."
Like, yeah, where are you going with that?
I think maybe she's happy to see us.
So you guys look at these zombies. These zombies are dressed as average farmers, but their clothing is a bit strange, not what farmers in the Moonsea area would wear. Instead, they're wearing heavy fur-lined clothing akin to something you'd wear in the heavy winter. In their pockets are a variety of trinkets and coins. None of the coins are of a recognizable mint. They're each stamped with a crowned raven, clutching a sword on one side and an animal, wolves, ravens, silver, rats for copper, on the other. And the total worth of all the trinkets and gold is 250 gold.
Nice guy.
Sybil hands you a
Nice.
scroll, and she tells you it's a scroll of protection from good and evil. And it might help you where you're going. And then
So
for
we
those
are
of
going.
you who have played all 5 parts, this happens. The rest of you wander away before this happens. Sybil becomes very distressed as time passes. Her skin pales and she finally is forced to sit. She begins talking in a voice not her own. The mists have come to take us all into a place of great darkness. Evil lurks within, an evil that only those of conviction have hope of destroying. And with that, you get the Demon Plane of Dread story award for your character.